Good afternoon, Coach. Good to see you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Welcome to HSBN Media Days, Coach. Can you introduce yourself and the players that you have here today?
So my name is Coach Avellaneda. I'm the assistant coach at Barbara Goleman Senior High School, the Goleman Gators. With me, I have our starting catcher, Yobran Rodriguez, senior, Aiden Aguila, one of our pitchers, and outfielder, senior as well, Christopher Perez, pitcher and first baseman, senior as well, and Larry Rodriguez, our starting center fielder, a junior.
Excellent. Good to see you. Coach, give us a preview of your upcoming season.
So last year it was we started off the season very strong. We did very well. We came out the gate, with a 10-1 record. Kind of all the wheels were turning, and then we kind of fell apart after the spring break tournament. We had an early exit from our playoff with a loss over at Miami Beach, but this year we're looking to bounce back. We're looking to do much better, especially in the playoffs, and make a run as far as our pitching and as far as our team can go ahead and get us there.
Excellent.
I guess you talked about last year, right? It was an early exit from the playoffs. How much returning talent do you have from that team this year, and how much do the players remember exactly what happened a season ago?
Well, every guy that's up here right now was on that team, so they it's fresh in their minds. They remember that was a pretty silent bus ride home from the district tournament. We are returning a good portion of our team. Our team is relatively young. We have a lot of juniors on the team. We have a couple of sophomores on the team as well. So we're looking to really capitalize on that, and we're looking to go ahead and improve on the performance that we had last year.
Any of the players want to comment just on last year and how it ended and thoughts coming into this year?
Yeah, I'll say that we all kind of remember what happened last season, and we're all anxious for the season to start, and we're ready, coming back for our spot at the top.
Yeah, last year we came out swinging. It was, everybody's morals were high, and then after that spring break tournament, everything just started slowly going downhill. But this year, we're really excited.
That spring break tournament, I heard you guys mention it a few times. It seems to be that was a turning point in the season for you guys. So what exactly, happened? Was it just the chemistry started to fall apart, or did the competition get tougher in the second half of the season?
I wouldn't say the competition got any tougher, but honestly, I think we fell apart as a team, and I think as a team we all you can tell we weren't one anymore. So
how do you guys stay one this year, right? Obviously, you've been through a year together where you know what it's like to kind of see things go from a very high to a low. How do you prevent that from happening this year?
To stay together and strong as one, even though we may lose an inning, we may be losing going into half the game or to the end of the game, but keep going every single inning, fighting back, taking every single opportunity we could take, and I think being together one as a team and having each other's backs.
I feel like the chemistry on this team particularly is a little bit stronger than teams past. Like, these guys are very well put together as far as they're a cohesive group, if you would. When they're in school, these guys are always hanging around each other. It's like they really show that kind of like that brotherhood mentality. Like, they're there for each other, and they're constantly backing each other up. So I think that's really going to help us out this year.
You said there's a good amount of young talent on the team as well, some sophomores, and any freshmen, or just sophomores?
No freshmen this year. We only have two sophomores.
Yeah.
We have two sophomores. One of them, which is returning from last year. So he's we're expecting big things from them.
Yeah. Any of you guys? I know we have mostly seniors, and I think one junior up here. But talk a little bit about what that's like. You have younger guys, below you that maybe from a seniority standpoint should be below you on the depth chart. But how much competition do they bring to the field?
We have talent's good. Everybody's there. We have the two sophomores. Those kids can say those are two good sophomores. Juniors, a lot of the team, most of the team is juniors. All our juniors, we can say they're talented.
Sophomores are going to bring the good at-bats, and that they are expecting to be put in those sticky situations, some moments that maybe some people don't want to be in, but they want to be in front of it, and they want to be in that line of fire. They want to be ready and show us what they bring to the table.
talk about the district. You know, you guys play in a pretty tough district. I think Columbus, Braddock. There's good teams there. So how do you prepare for that? The playoff. I know you guys want to go further than one game in the play, but to go deep into the playoff run, how do you prepare?
Well, last year we came out, we beat Braddock. We had a really good game against Braddock. It was a solid game. We fell apart a little bit with Columbus. Columbus was a very good ball team, very good, well-coached team, and we lost against them. Now we did see Columbus after that turning point that we were talking about after spring break.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit tough for us. But this year we faced them early. I believe we faced them in the second week of the season at their place. So we expect to be very competitive. We expect that to be a really good ball game in a very hostile environment, because anytime that you play at Columbus under the lights, it's not an easy game. So I think we should be in good shape, and it's going to be a good ball game.
You guys as players looking forward to that early test against Columbus?
Yeah.
Sure. We're excited. We're
Yeah,
ready.
we
Sure.
are.
Not scared. For
No.
sure.
Any other games this season that we're looking forward to? Specifically, obviously, you guys just want to play as many as possible. But
States.
Matter Academy.
ABF.
Yeah.
Matter Academy, ABF. ABF is a new
We've
thing to
always
the
had a
program.
rivalry between Hialeah
And
Gardens.
Hialeah Gardens, which is always a rival, but we should be fine against them. And then Columbus, because I feel like this year's team is better than last year's team, and we bring better stuff to the table. And I just feel like we could put up a fight against them, 100%.
So, Coach, you come out here every year with your team to the media days. Can you tell us why it's important for your team to participate?
I really like bringing them out here to Media Day, because it's a good time for them to not only, they get all the stats that they get, the exit velos. We do some IO as well. They get their profiles done, which is really great, and it's great exposure. But at the end of the day, starting the season with the team together, where they could just, have a couple of hours and be together as a team, I think that's priceless. The more that we could keep them together, the more that they could go ahead and relate to one another and just interact with one another. I'm all for that, and that's what we love about Media Day.
And from the player perspective, what did you guys like out there on the field?
I really like the exit velo, because I feel like even the POs could participate,
Yeah.
and they're all competing against each other, and we're betting who hits the hardest. And it's a fun experience. It's a fun experience always coming out here. It's my second time doing this, and it's always fun.
Yeah, it's
Second
fun
and
to-
last.
yeah.
Second and last.
time
Yeah.
doing this.
It's fun to see just who has the highest numbers, who's running the fastest, who's putting up the highest numbers off the bat, just everything,
And it's surprising sometimes because
and the lowest too.
Yeah. It's surprising because like my teammate Aiden said, the sophomores are really good, and the sophomore was the highest exit velo. He hit 92 exit velo, and that's pretty impressive. I mean,
So to maybe step your game up a little bit?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's
should.
good. So, Coach, sum it up for us. What can we expect from your team this year?
We're going to be a very tough, scrappy team. We're going to stay in games no matter what, whether we're ahead by a lot, whether we're behind. You could expect this team to go ahead and have a lot of push, have a lot of drive, and don't count us out, because the reality is that, they're going to come after you no matter what.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here and for your support. Good luck this season, and we'll see you on the field.
Thank you very much.